everyone, welcome back to Legalese Translator. My name is Heather Hoydatun. Joining me here today is Heather Douglas. Hi.
Hi.
In this video, we're going to explain to you what the word discovery means. So discovery is basically a step that comes before a trial, where the parties get to find out more about the dispute by asking each other questions. But of course, in reality, it's a little bit more complicated and formal than that. So Heather, can you explain to us a little bit more about what discovery involves?
Discovery is about the exchange of information between the parties. And there's two key forms of discovery. The first one is oral discovery, where you're questioned in person. The second form is a written version, so that you're exchanging documents between the parties.
So the exchange of documents between the parties, I hear that there's something called Affidavit of Documents. Could you explain to us a little bit more about what that is?
So the Affidavit of Documents, it has a special form in the rules of civil procedure. And there are generally about 3 schedules that are commonly used. So one part of it, you're listing the documents that you will provide to the other side. That's called your Schedule A. Then the next part is the Schedule B. Those are documents that are still relevant to the lawsuit, but you are not providing it to the other side. And the reason is privilege. And that's what you would put under Schedule B. And then Schedule C tends to have documents that are relevant, but are no longer in your possession. But the two main schedules that lawyers and parties tend to focus on are Schedule A and Schedule B.
Oh, that's really interesting. Thanks, Heather. So I guess that the important takeaway here is that if you have a privileged document, it doesn't mean that you can just hide it away and not say that it's there. You do have to include it in the schedule.
Yeah, and for Schedule A, let's say you have documents and they're relevant to the lawsuit, but they don't favor you. Right. But they're still in your possession, you have to address that in your Schedule A. You still have to list documents that are both good and bad for your case, as long as they're relevant to your lawsuit.
Wow, yeah, thanks, Heather. I think that a lot of people are tempted to just kind of hide the documents that are that don't show them in the best light, but you're really not supposed to do that.
No, and then I also want to mention, if you are under the simplified procedure, there might be another schedule for you to fill out, Schedule D, that will list the witnesses.
Oh wow! So there's so again, for our viewers, depending on which procedure, whether it's the regular procedure or the simplified procedure, don't forget to check the rules of civil procedure to make sure that you are following all the little details of the rules.
Yeah, but I think for today's purpose, the main schedules to focus on are the first 2, and just think about what documents do you have that are relevant to your lawsuit, and put them in a list, and that's your Schedule A. The only ones you can't have in there, or you can choose that you have to move to your Schedule B, are ones that are covered by privilege, and usually that's a litigation privilege or solicitor-client privilege.
So Heather, what can one expect in a discovery session?
Traditionally, when you go to a discovery, it's in person and you're at a court reporting center. And when you show up, you're going to be led to a private room. And in the private room, it's going to be you. And if you have a lawyer, your lawyer. And then the other side's lawyer. And you'll have a court reporter. And that person is going to record, and usually they type up everything that's been said between the parties. And that way there's a transcript of what happened. And before you give your answers, before you're questioned, you will be asked to either swear an affirmation or to swear an oath. And basically, you're just promising that you're going to tell the truth.
So I have a question. Can I bring my spouse in for moral support, even though they're not a party in the lawsuit? Can I bring someone for, like a friend, to just be there because I'm so scared?
Yeah, you can have someone there with you, but they can't, usually they're not allowed into the room while you're being questioned. But you can have someone at the location with you, but traditionally um, that helper, the emotional support person that you have there, they're not going to be in that room while you're questioned.
Oh, I see. So if you are represented by a lawyer, your lawyer, of course, can stay with you. Now, am I correct in assuming that your lawyer will protect you from inappropriate questions?
Yeah, your lawyer will protect you from questions that are irrelevant.
Okay. Um, is it okay if I were the deponent and I feel like I don't want to answer a question? Is it okay for me to ask for a break and confer with my lawyer before answering? Is that allowed? So what I'm asking is, are lawyers allowed to kind of, I mean, I'm not even sure if you should say this, but are lawyers allowed to coach their clients?
No.
Okay, okay. So I'm not allowed to just kind of say, hey, stop, I want to talk to my lawyer first before I answer that question. I can't do that, right?
No, like, no, that's not appropriate.
Oh, okay, great. And one last question. Is there a limit as to the amount of discovery? And I think, and you mentioned that, there's, for example, the oral discovery, the examination discovery. Um, is there a limit to how many times you can discover a person?
Well, it's a good question. The default is if you're under the simplified procedure, you have 3 hours of discovery of parties. Then the default for the regular procedure is up to 7 hours. Can you get the opportunity to re-examine people? Yes. But the default is you're really examining them one time and up to a certain number of hours.
Oh, great. All right. So thanks very much, Heather, for explaining to us what discovery is. And thank you everyone for watching. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell so that you can be notified of our upcoming videos. Thanks, Heather. And we hope to see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.